Life has a lot of ups and downs. It's a crazy ride, but they're trying to incentivize that. It's only going to be up. But again, you can't have the up if you don't have the down. But this is why the World Economic Forum, a part of their 2030 pledge for not owning anything, not having any privacy, was also that you'll be happy. This is what the system uses in order to incentivize everyone, because they make you miserable on purpose. They create the circumstances in your life where you are indebted, unhappy, unsatisfied, and a little worker bee slave for their establishment. And then they're like, but we'll give you all the happiness. Just give us more of your liberty, more of your freedom, more of your responsibility. You don't have to sacrifice and work hard. Those are bad things. And when you teach people not to sacrifice, not to work hard, you literally create little lemmings. You create the perfect slaves that are going to be perfect for the establishment to have as their little peons to do whatever they wanted to do with, because then you get rid of personal responsibility and people's internal strength.
But let's have an honest conversation about this, right? When you have an ever-increasing quality of life, when people today live better than, the richest people 100 years ago, when your dental care is better than Rockefeller's, when your cancer treatment is better than Rockefeller's, and all the, the oil barons and the robber barons or whatever, at a certain point, that kind of increased quality of life, it can't sustain itself. No. So what I think happens is you end up with these millennials who were told life will be better than it was, than the life your parents led, your life will be better. Now it's not as good, but it's all relative. You know what I mean? 100 years ago, if you took a poor person and brought them into the average apartment with clean running water, hot water, air conditioning, and a refrigerator, they'd be like, you must be a billionaire. Like, wow. Or a millionaire because of inflation. It wasn't as high back then. But they would think you were like a king. It's like, no. This is just everybody gets it. So what's happening with the global elites is they're trying to take all that away from you so they can trickle it back really slowly. It's the idea that Harriet Tubman said, I freed many slaves. I would have freed many more if only they knew they were slaves. They take away all of these luxuries from you. Then once you have nothing, they'll make you happy by giving you 0.1% back.
And it's worse than just taking away luxuries.
What they're doing right now.
Well, this is why they talk about population control all the time. Sorry, Ian, you have a point.
I think not only do they relieve you of your luxuries, but they'll induce suffering and then remove a little bit of suffering and call it happiness.
But it's relative. So COVID happens. They destroy everyone's business. They make everybody uncomfortable and angry. People start losing their minds. Crime skyrockets. Now they can go, we'll save you. Yeah. And they slowly,
Thanks, Starbucks.
They cause the problem, make you angry. Once you get used to it, they reduce the problem they caused a little bit, and you feel a little bit more relieved.
Yeah,
you see how that works?
They call that happiness.
That's right.
Fleeting moment.
And they say, you're happy now, right? You're happy.
Well, this is why they've been trying to restrict people's ability to travel, to eat red meat, and to live a life of freedom and personal responsibility. Because when you have that, they have less themselves, and they're utter control freaks. A lot of them are sociopaths. They believe in this unrealistic idea of population control and population reduction for the betterment of the world, which is absolutely a ridiculous idea that has been debunked by many different scientists and different studies and different data sets already out there, but they still keep pushing it as if it's the norm. And now they're trying to push an agenda where we destroy the family unit, because when we destroy the family unit, there's going to be a lot less people out there, which means a lot more resources for the billionaire class, a lot less for everyone else, because they're not reproducing.